How's it going, y'all? I'm now at this crazy looking, strange, abandoned concrete or brick structure in Loch Raven Reservoir in Maryland. Not really sure what this thing is. Now, I have a few theories. And other people that have vlogged the site have had their own theories about it, and they think it's some sort of housing, very old housing of some kind. It was built 100 years ago, but to me it does not look 200 years old or anything like that. It looks to me like it's only like 50, 60, 70, 80 years old tops. Watch out for snakes. If you're ever coming around these places in the summer, watch out for snakes. But like what is that thing in the middle there? Because the construction it just looks a lot newer. It does not look like old antique field stone construction. Looks like cinder blocks or concrete. Looks like a combination of cinder blocks and poured concrete. I don't know, it's bizarre. But anyway, there's more to it up there. There's several levels to this. It's like steps. So let's go check them out. And here's another shot of the first one. Coming up on the second one now. Weird. Bizarre. Nice spider web there. I mean, like, what is this place? Well, we're going to talk about what I think it is in a minute or so. Let's get up to here and get a good vantage point of the whole thing. What might this be? See, this is much more modern construction. It's not 150 to 200 years old. We're not far from the stone 1800 stone foundation. The video that I did, if you check it out, what the hell is this place? It's really right down 100 yards down from here. Again, I'm in the watershed, Loch Raven Reservoir in Maryland. Now, that was fieldstone construction, hand put together with the local stones in the area. This is built, it had to be built in like 50s or 60s, maybe even the 70s. And my theory is that this was supposed to be a fish farm, a trout farm, because the way they're building this, it's steps going down and it's heading right towards the reservoir, which is straight down that way. Now we're heading up to the next one. And they all are identical. The design of each one of these is identical. Same little concrete thing with the hole in it in the middle. And they're interesting little notches here. I do not think these were made to live in. Here we have one of those, again, identical to the other ones. It's concrete, some type of well or drainage thing. And there is, now we're on number 3. Pretty much the same. They're all the same. Now let's see if we can get up here. They're higher and higher each time, which tells me this was meant to be a fish farm, a trout farm, or some type of fish farm that they were going to use to stock Loch Raven with. Other people who have logged this said these are old houses from the town of Warren, which maybe they are, or maybe they're foundations for housing, but there's no way these are part of the town of Warren. Warren, straight down that way, was the town that was submerged under Loch Raven. In 1875, when they dammed up the Gunpowder River to create a drinking water, a reservoir for residents of Baltimore City and Baltimore County. This is not at all that same type of construction. Okay, here is the back of the 4th and final one of these. There's a creek down there leading down into Loch Raven Reservoir. Again, these are staggered in a staircase-like fashion for a reason. And I mean, it could be possible that they're foundations for, maybe they're trying to build townhouses here or something and they just gave up. But I don't think that's the case. I honestly think this was supposed to be a fish farm. Trout. Because it's pointing towards Loch Raven. It's stepped down. They're all identical. Although it could be wrong. But the construction is 50s, 60s, or 70s, and not 200 years ago. Again, this is not ancient fieldstone construction with stones. I do believe the DNR, Department of Natural Resources, built this. And they just said, the hell with it, and abandoned it. We're not doing this. We don't need to stock Loch Raven with trout. So, and over here, there's another piece of it. I don't know how this got over here, but it's crazy. And here's another piece over here. Should have come out here in the fall or the winter. Much better time to do these. Not so much overgrowth. Oh, here we have. So these are other pieces of concrete that serve some kind of purpose. And what might this be too? Another piece. So, and there they are down there. The other ones. Just stepping right on down till you get to the creek. A good place to have a trout farm. But if anybody else out there has an idea what this could be, or maybe might know what it is, give me a shout. But that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Now, there's another level up here of a dirt mound, which could be level 5, but there's nothing there. Well, let's go check it out. See if we can get up on this mound, which I guess it is natural. Just doesn't seem like it. Huh? All of a sudden it just sort of sticks up out of nowhere, this mound, but I'm guessing this is natural. Down there you can see the abandoned structures. Now I'm looking down, I'm on top of this mound. I'm looking down at this channel here, this depression. It almost looks unnatural. Thinking maybe they dug that out to get water flowing down here into that, what I think was a trout stream. The reason I think it's a trout stream, I mean a trout farm, because I've been to trout farms before, fish farms, way up in central Pennsylvania, and it sort of looks just like that. So anyway, let's head on back down. Just wondering if there's anything else here that we could find that could explain this, but I think I explained it. And there's these bizarre notches in it, so that's not for a house. This is not. This is not a foundation of a house. I seriously doubt it. Let's get back down to the other ones. So that's all there is here. Yeah, it's still somewhat interesting. And once again, a few more shots of number 2. 1, 2, 3. Well, there's 4 of them. Again, I think this is for overflow drainage for the trout stream, trout farm. And once again, we're back down to the first one. Just wonder what that middle thing is for. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching, y'all. Hope you enjoyed this little adventure. Maybe one day we'll find out what this thing is. So there's the lake over there, Loch Raven. And like I said before, these are pointing. Here's a good shot of them stepping down, pointing right toward the lake and right towards that stream. I'm pretty sure that was a trout farm. Nice big tree here that fell down recently. Strange stuff in the forest. And once again, here is the lake, Loch Raven. And those structures are straight that way. Beautiful summer day. Good fishing spot. Okay, and here we are back at the old stone foundation, which is in my other video called What the Hell Is This Place? Old Stone Foundation, 1800s. That's in 4K. So now see, obviously this does not look anything like where we just were. The construction on this is field stone. This was made in the early 1800s, in my opinion, and we're right near a bridge, so that's what that loud metal crashing sound is. Right near the Loch Raven Bridge. See this? Stone. Field stone construction. Now, I shot that video in the winter, so it's a lot easier to see without all this overgrowth. But this looks nothing like that structure where we just were. This is part of the town, was part of the town of Warren, which was submerged when they dammed up Loch Raven in 1875 to make water for Baltimore City. Bugs everywhere here on me. Now, like I said, this is nothing. This is very old, historic. That place where we just were is like 50, 60, maybe 70 years old. Now this was up on the hill above the Gunpowder River, which is what they dammed up. To make Loch Raven. This was spared. The rest of the town, I'll show you where that is. It's underwater. Okay, now this is the Loch Raven Bridge, and which goes over Loch Raven, the lake. This is the drinking water supply for Baltimore City and Baltimore County. Now this is right down 300-400 yards from that the Trout Farm, the abandoned, what I call Trout Farm. And the town of Warren was submerged under this reservoir after they dammed up the gunpowder. This originally was the gunpowder river, which comes down from northern Maryland, and they built the dam in 1875, and they built this bridge in the 1920s. But the stone foundation we were just at, the historic one from 1800s, that I believe was part of the town of Warren. It just happened to be perched up on this hill, so it's still there and not submerged. Whereas the thing that I believe is the Trout Farm is completely different than the town of Warren, which was built back in the mid 1800s or early 1800s, and the Trout Farm was built in the 60s, 70s, something like that. So once again, thanks for watching. Take care, y'all.